Everybody, this is Carolyn Page and Superstar Director. Gary and I run our business together, and we're doing our week 8 training on our book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. And I wanted to let you know I've got 3 different cameras going right now. Our team, Scintillating Stars, you're right here where it's so dark. And then Michelle's Shooting Stars, I've got you on Gary's phone, and then I am doing the closed captioning that I will post to YouTube later and then bring it back to both pages so that you all can get on that, okay? And thank you so much. I see somebody's on here. It's a little hard for me to see. Farley, Jessica, thanks for getting on. Okay. Today was a big day, wasn't it? We had Woody and Buzz were finally released. I kept looking and trolling and carrying on and finally found it. And then also to bring back my bars, we could order the sampler packs today. So I got those ordered, and I got some of a couple of Woody and Buzz ordered. We've got a couple of customers that are a little bit on the fence, so I went ahead and ordered them so that I would have them in case they decided to. So anyway, pretty much should be sold, okay? So we had that going on, and also I wanted to show you, last week I said something about the referral cards that I had made up that are like Michelle's, okay? Pretty much stole what she had on the front of hers, but the back I made it a little bit different, okay? Put where the opportunities were, and I've been putting these in every order that goes out. We had a big party that I actually sent a tote to Louisville, and she took a picture of all of the orders and texted those to me. Got them turned in, got it all here, bagged it up just like it was a local order, and mailed those back to her, and stuck one of these in every one of them. Also, I stuck in the join brochure that the company has made, but you can go in and personalize it. So I put our story here and our picture over here, okay? And then this is the host brochure. Did the same thing with it. Put our picture on there and then got our story on there. Looks a little wordy, doesn't it? Anyway, I stuck that in all of those. I got a bunch of them, so we're going to use them. So got that out of the way. Homework that was given out last week was get your 10 no's. And you were supposed to post them on the team page. I haven't been following on Michelle's, but I didn't see any on our page. So if you got some and you'd like to share them with us, that'd be great. But post any yeses that you got while you were at it. And something I want to share with y'all. I don't want to stay on here for like 30 minutes, okay? So, but something I want to share with y'all I was really excited about. You know, we have Maven, and we can use that system on our telephones. So every morning I get my list of to-dos from Maven. And I've been sitting in the recliner, you know, texting, doing whatever while I'm drinking my coffee. And so I was going through each one of them and texting the contact that came up. And I was so excited. One of them came back on Friday. She said, "We want to do that." And I'm like, "You want to do what?" She wanted to host a party. So I got a tote together and ran it over to her. It's in my hometown that's about 30 minutes away. So I ran that over at lunch and ate lunch with my mommy. And left the tote, and they were going to talk to their preacher yesterday about whether they could have a party at the church. They have a pretty big family, and since they have that pretty big family, I'm really encouraging her to sign up. So cross your fingers. But if you're not using Maven, it's in the training center, and there is a cost, but it rocks. It just rocks. You can go in and edit all of. They'll come up with messages for you to send with ideas, but you can go in and change that to however you want it to be. So back to our book, okay? And this is Power Start: Effective Enrollment and Duplication. And Sarah, the author, says here, duplication is where the magic happens. Duplication begins with effective enrollment, getting your new partner started powerfully, and teaching them how to do the same thing with their team. That's the duplication, okay? And the core principles of any network marketing company is to have a system that has effective enrollment, and then and I lost my train. Connecting them to the company and the team tools that they need to build their business, okay? And on ours, it's changed a little bit since this book was written. And I'm sure we all know she's with another marketing company, but I'm sure theirs has changed a whole lot as well. But when you sponsor someone, you're making a commitment to help them get off to a good start. And you want to work closely with them and help them, as she says, be available for counseling and income-producing activity. Okay? Not just chewing the fat, but something that's going to generate dollars. And you can do FaceTime, you can do three-way calls, etc. But with what we're doing now, you want to help your new recruit to, let me get my stuff over here. and if I've got my face turned away from you, I'm sorry, okay? We'll, like I said, I've got 3 cameras going. But things are different for us now in that whenever we have a recruit sign up, Cincy has the First Things First listed on their homepage, okay? For them to go in and they can check off what they've done, what video they've watched, and etc. So that kind of helps. Those were done for people that didn't have a good sponsor, that didn't help them do stuff. Not like how Michelle and Gary and I run our business, okay? And how we've taught you all to do your business. But right now, whenever somebody goes to sign up, they need to decide if they want to do a $59 kit or a $99 kit. And the $59 kit, if they will do a tote party or home party, either one, you can flip that party for them. And if they'll sell 500, it's going to cost them $0 to sign up, right? So that's what you need to encourage them to do. Sell the 500 and get signed up. Now, be sure on your end that when you set their party up in your workstation, that you have their name. You can't put your name, but you have their name. And if you want to have it sent to the consultant's address, that's okay. But just have the party in their name and their information, their phone number and their email address. Okay, and then whenever you get ready to flip it, then you just call in to the company, I think you call in to support and get it flipped that way for them. There may be an entry we need to make. Maybe that's it, with their email address. But anyway, that's a whole nother training, okay? But then we also have the $99 kit. So just stress to them that if they do the $59 kit, they're not going to get all of the product that they would get in a $99 kit. But they would be able to use their free and half price to help them get product that can help them promote their business. Okay, so beat that to death. So they're going to decide on, when they enroll, they're going to decide on which kit they want, how they want to do that. We want to make sure that we get them signed up for Scent and Warmer of the Month. If they would like to do that, we need to encourage them to do that. A lot of hours, I'll tell them for sure sign up for the Scent of the Month, because then you can make your samples to get those out to your customers and sell the rest of those bars that are in there while you're going around to your customers giving them the samples. The other thing you want to make sure that you help them do is make sure they're getting a website. It's free for the first 3 months and then $10 thereafter, but show them where they can go in and do that, and then help them to personalize it with their story and a picture. And also then you can go in while you're personalizing that and put in your favorite scents, okay, and your favorite product that you like to use. But make sure they know to do that. And but that will help them get started on the right foot. Okay. One thing that Gary and I do also on new recruits is we help them. I encourage them to call me when they're putting in their first order. Number one, the big reason now that I encourage them to do that, I've always wanted to do it just to make sure that they get all their free and half price stuff, right? But now, if you don't go into the party summary up the top, you don't get that perpetual party reward that's stuck in there, okay? It doesn't reach out and grab you. It won't flag you and tell you that you haven't taken it, because I did like 6 orders in a row for one of our big shows, and I didn't take one on any one of them. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was really tired. But anyway, I missed out on that. But and one thing that we do for our team, not just our recruits, but for our team, when we get a notice that we have a new team member, we send out a welcome email, and in that, I let them know who we are, what we do, why we're there, and we're there for them if they're not recruiter, but I guess you would say, if their person that signed them up, sponsor is the word I'm looking for. If their sponsor isn't available, we're there for them. But I don't try to overstep on their sponsor. But I do let them know, and this is what we do for our team. Any of them that will sell 1,000 in their first 30 days, then we get them a set of, it used to be a set of mini testers. Now it's just a set of testers. But anyway, if they can sell 1,000 in 30 days, then they'll have an extra set, and that'll be for them to help them do their tote parties, right? So, and I wish we had more of those to buy than what we do. That would be a good thing. So now we have the first things first, and probably on the first things first, it covers a lot of what I'm going over. It's really kind of hard for us because our workstation doesn't look the same. But you also want to let them know that we want them right off the bat to book a launch party, and also to make their list of 100. And they're going to use that list of 100 over and over, and they're going to add to it and change it. Make sure they know about the shooting star goal that they need to do in their, sell 500 in their first 15 days, and then the sensational start in their first 70 days. Go over it. They get that information. It's in their kit. It's on the workstation, but make sure that they're knowing about it, okay? And what we want to do is get them promoted to certified and help them start building a team. So, got that. And remind them, this is something we went over before on creating that list of 100. They can go through their phone, their Facebook, that kind of thing, checking their contacts, and they'll find the people to add to their list. then she talks about a sponsoring series that she goes through, and you all can read that in the book. I'm not going to read it to you. But daily activity, she teaches hers is actually the 5-3-2, but the 3-2-1 method, which means 3 prospecting conversations per day, 2 follow-ups, and 1 call to a team member to help them take their business to the next level. And this is something I really need to work on majorly. All 3 of those. But remember, it's 3-2-1, okay? And then whatever method you decide to use, the idea is that daily activity, new activity, and follow-up are where the fortune is. And make sure that they have a launch party. The ones that tend to be the most successful are the ones that did have a launch party. And locally, we will go and help them. I have been known to fly to Texas. Our former youth minister's wife signed up years ago, and I flew out and helped her do her launch party. And we went to Hilton Head and helped a local girl that got married and lives there. We went down and helped her do her launch party and kind of got some beach time in. So, but you know, we'll go just about anywhere and help them get started if they're serious about it. You know, you have to stop and think, is it cost prohibitive for what they're going to be doing for their business? But that's a good thing. Went to Clarksville, Tennessee recently and did a launch party with Leah, and that's like an hour and 15 minutes from us. Not bad at all. And she had a great party, had a great turnout. So you want to make sure that they're having their launch party, okay? And then Sarah says here to book 3 different launching dates, and the one where she goes and does it for the consultant while they take notes and learn, and the second is where they do it together, and the third is where they do it on their own. Well, we do it once, but we do kind of like how Michelle came here and did it for us. She was talking to the customers about Scentsy, and while I was writing up orders. So, and with Leah, we did basically the same thing. She was writing up orders, and I was there for any questions she might have. Actually, I was talking to some of her guests about signing up under her, that kind of thing. So, but you want to be there and be present to help them, okay? And then in their first 30 days, you need to check in on them often. Either call, text, or email, but don't aggravate the snot out of them. That's for sure. I probably do that on the other end. Not enough, but remind them of their goals and their reason why. And we were supposed to ask them about their why back whenever when they were enrolling, but you all know to do that. And once your new distributor has learned the system, be sure you stay connected and always be available for their income-producing activities, which include prospecting meetings and calls, and coaching for as long as they need you. And, you know, this is something that's been handed down to me through Orville, actually. It's working with those that are willing to be worked with, and those that are focusing on income producing activity, and then, you know, those that are kind of over here going, I don't know if I want to just be a hobby or not. Try to keep them plugged in. You know, try to keep them active on the Facebook page, and you never know. They're going to wake up and all of a sudden they're selling some Scentsy, and we've had several of those I've noticed in this past year that have reconnected and really doing quite well. We just need to work on our business, work on our recruiting, okay? You need to keep recruiting new people every month so that there's always a balance, because we'll have so many go inactive. Well, you got to bring in new for those that go inactive. Now, some of those that go inactive are going to come back because they're going to ask to reactivate. So, but that's the reason that you're always recruiting. You're always building your team. And if your team's long distance, you can host calls, get on here like we're doing right now. Like I said, some of this technology has taken us a long way, and so we've got other alternatives to how we do this, right? And Facebook has been a jewel to come along, but the other thing you want to do, not only do we want to keep them active on our local level, on our team level, we want to keep them plugged in on the national level with things like World Tour and trainings like leadership summits, and of course then going to convention. And our convention this year is going to be in Austin. It's going to be awesome. The training that they're bringing in, the speakers are going to be totally awesome. I haven't seen any entertainment yet. They may have talked about that today. I don't know. I didn't listen to the call yet, but I do know that they're going to have quality speakers coming in for training, and that's what we need. We need meat and potatoes, and that's what I tell them. We need meat and potatoes. So, the people that have gone to convention and it's made leaders out of them, okay? Minds were made up at these events. A hobby becomes a career. So many times I see where people post or they tell me that their husband went with them and they were hooked. Before then, they weren't that supportive of what was going on with their Scentsy business. It's like, oh, yeah, you go do that. But then they see the potential and then they're all in. So that's another good thing about going to like convention. Besides that, you're going to get your new product. You're going to get to see it firsthand. And all the giveaways that they give us while we're in there. It's got to bring a suitcase, okay? And you can also get the reunion warmer, the commemorative warmer. You can buy that in the Scentsy store. And the Scentsy store is going to be there. I think we can actually buy stuff to take home if we want to. We will be driving, so we might do that. She goes on to say here, the speed of the leader is the speed of the team. Whatever you do duplicates. So make sure that when you're training a new recruit that you let them know that once they get a new team member, they want to do the same thing that you've done for them, okay? And they need to stress that to that person, because sometimes we have noticed in our organization, it gets 2 or 3 down from you, 2 or 3 levels, and the training went out the window. So you want to make sure that that's happening for them. And I actually kind of touch base with some on our team, not in our group, but on our team, unless they've reached out to me in our group. But I'll reach out and say, is everything going okay? You're seeing what you need to do and that kind of thing. And the big concern is I see a lot of people putting their orders in on their websites, and I'm like, no, you want to go set up a party in your workstation, and then people can buy off your website through that party. That's what you need to be doing. So that's just for instance. And so bigger growth in your business. Remember, your team goes if you go, and the more people on your team to go, the bigger your check will grow. And she is talking about going to these big events. So if you can get your peeps to go to convention with you or world tour, we have more go to world tour than we do to convention, and this year convention's hitting us a little bit because it's a little later than it normally is. It's been this late. I think we maybe were in Salt Lake, I'm not sure, but one of those, or maybe it was in Boise. It was a little late one year, but our schools start around the 1st of August, so that's a little tough. But have fun with whatever you're doing with your business. You want to have fun with your teammates, and you want to grow friendships, and no matter what happens in the business, you're going to have these people to be your friends, okay? We've met some of the best people ever in Cincy, and always remember, whatever you do will duplicate, and start that today, okay? And start with posting your homework when we give it to you. We only have 2 more chapters after this. Michelle's going to do those. She should be feeling better by then. Our homework for this week is create your system for your new recruits and post it on our team page. Okay, so scintillating stars, y'all post it over here. Okay, shooting stars over here, and then we'll post this on YouTube so that everybody can see that and go back and watch it if they want. If you have any questions, holler at me or Michelle. You can message me or put it on our team page, and we'll try to answer those for you. If we don't know the answer, we'll find somebody that does, okay? So I appreciate y'all getting on here, and if I can get rid of all these messages on here, I will turn this off. And Michelle should be back next week for week 9, okay? Thanks so much. We appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.